I don't know if anything is more misunderstood in sales than the idea of where negotiations fits in the process of sales. I could argue that negotiations begin very early in the customer's decision journey and go on throughout the entire cycle of closing that business for the first time and the renewal. But that's probably not what most people mean. And when you ask executives or salespeople, where does selling end and negotiations begin? They struggle to answer that. Well, sales negotiations is an interesting adaptation of the general field of negotiations. First, we've got to realize we want to establish a win-win relationship. So this is not like a labor negotiation or a legal negotiation and settling a lawsuit. This is very much about creating partnership. In fact, there are 11 tactics that make up the body of what effective sales negotiations look like. The trick isn't just knowing those behaviors. Of course, the trick is knowing when, how, and with whom to do those things. There's also a big piece of the puzzle about planning the negotiation ahead of time. What are the negotiable issues? What do I need to bound out as common ground we've already agreed to? What's the process of doing that? How do I establish before I go into the negotiation my view of the best I can hope for, the target I'd really like to achieve, and the minimum I will accept on each negotiable issue? It's an interesting science, but think about how that simple question can affect your sales. Where does my selling end and my negotiations begin?